Did you know that NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, since its launch in 2021, has reached heights of fame that no other telescope has been able to reach so far in history? But if you believe that the telescope's discoveries are anything but over, you might want to think again. That's because the James Webb Space Telescope has just announced new discoveries from outer space. Are you curious to find out about these discoveries by the James Webb Space Telescope? If yes, then watch this video till the end. Also, if you haven't subscribed so far, please subscribe and hit that notification button. With that said, let's probe right into James Webb Space Telescope's newest discoveries that a space observatory has just recently announced. Number 1. Dusty Disk Aumic. One of the recent discoveries announced by the James Webb Space Telescope is that of the dusky disk known as Aumic. The observations surrounding the dusky disk were shared at the meeting on Wednesday, January 11, 2023, including never-before-seen views of the dusty disk swirling around a nearby red dwarf star. This is just a big feat by the James Webb Space Telescope, as the images captured by the telescope mark the first time such a disk has been captured in the infrared wavelengths of light, which are invisible to the human eye. If that isn't amazing enough, what's more is that the dusty disk around the star, which is located 32 light-years away in the Microscopium constellation and is about 32 million years old, represents the remnants of planet formation. This formation came into being when small, solid objects, called planetesimals, a planet in the making, crashed into each other, leaving behind a big, dusty ring around the star, ultimately forming the debris disk. That's because, according to lead study author Kellen Lawson, a postdoctoral program fellow at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, and member of the research team that studied Aumic, states that a debris disk is continuously replenished by collisions of planetesimals. By studying it, we get a unique window into the recent dynamic history of this system. And we are all here for the amazing discoveries that lie ahead. Number 2. 700 million-year-old galaxies formed after the Big Bang. The Space Observatory James Webb Space Telescope recently revealed that it had found 6 massive galaxies that existed between 500 million and 700 million years after the Big Bang that created the universe. The amazing thing about this discovery is that it has completely upended existing theories about the origin of galaxies, according to a new study published Wednesday, January 11th, in the journal Nature. That's because, according to study co-author Joel Leha, assistant professor of astronomy and astrophysics at Penn State University, in an official statement said that these objects are way more massive than anyone expected, further adding that we expected only to find tiny, young baby galaxies at this point in time, but we've discovered galaxies as mature as our own, in what was previously understood to be the dawn of the universe. The discovery of these 6 galactic bodies has only been possible all thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope's ability to observe the universe in infrared light, which is invisible to the human eye and is capable of detecting faint light from ancient stars and galaxies. If you did not know, by peering into the distant universe, the James Webb Space Telescope Observatory can essentially see back in time up to about 13.5 billion years ago, which is amazing because, as of now, scientists have determined that the universe is about 13.7 billion years old. The revelation that massive galaxy formation began extremely early in the history of the universe upends what many of us had thought was settled science, added Leha. We had been informally calling these objects universe breakers, and they have been living up to their names so far. What's more is that because these galaxies are so massive that they conflict with 99% of models representing early galaxies in the universe, has caused an uproar in the spatial world, as it demands that scientists need to rethink how galaxies formed and evolved. We looked into the very early universe for the first time and had no idea what we were going to find, Leha said. It turns out we found something so unexpected that it actually creates problems for science. It calls the whole picture of early galaxy formation into question. Number 3. Exoplanet LHS 475b. At number 3, we have the James Webb Space Telescope, adding another cosmic accomplishment to its list. The Space Observatory has been used to confirm the existence of a new exoplanet, LHS 475, for the first time. The celestial body, LHS 475b, is not only located right outside of our solar system, and is almost exactly the same size as our planet, but the telescope's detection also revealed that the planet is just a few hundred degrees warmer than our Earth. The discovery was made when a team of researchers led by staff astronomer Kevin Stevens and postdoctoral fellow Jacob Lustig-Jaeger at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland, observed the target using Webb. They watched for dips in starlight as the planet passed in front of its host star, called a transit, and watched 2 transits occur. There is no question that the planet is there. Webb's pristine data validated it, Lustig-Jaeger said in a statement on Wednesday at the 241st meeting of the American Astronomical Society in Seattle. What's more is that the fact that it is also a small, rocky planet 41 light-years away in the Octans constellation is an impressive feat for the observatory, Stevenson said. And no doubt, currently, the James Webb Space Telescope is the only telescope that has the capability to characterize the atmospheres of exoplanets that are the size of Earth. The research team also used the James Webb Space Telescope to analyze the planet across multiple wavelengths of light to see whether it had an atmosphere. Unfortunately, as of now, the team has not been able to make any definitive conclusions, but the telescope's sensitivity picked up on a range of molecules that were present, which is no doubt a big step ahead. Commenting on this, Lustig-Jaeger said that there are some terrestrial-type atmospheres that we can rule out. It can't have a thick methane-dominant atmosphere, similar to that of Saturn's moon Titan. But there is some research needed to further probe into the atmosphere for any definitive results, and we are eagerly awaiting the result. According to reports, astronomers will have another chance to observe the planet again over the summer and conduct a follow-up analysis on the potential presence of an atmosphere. Number 4. Formation of star NGC 346. Amongst these newest discoveries announced by the telescope also includes peering inside NGC 346, a star-forming region located in a neighboring dwarf galaxy called the Small Magellanic Cloud. The story behind the formation of this star dates back about 2 billion to 3 billion years after the Big Bang that created the universe. This is when galaxies were filled with fireworks of star formation. This peak star formation was called the cosmic noon. This is a phenomenal discovery, as Margaret Mexiner, an astronomer at the university's Space Research Association and principal investigator of the research team, in a statement revealed that a galaxy during cosmic noon wouldn't have one NGC 346 as the Small Magellanic Cloud does, it would have thousands. She further said, "Even if now is the one and only massive cluster furiously forming stars in its galaxy, it offers us a great opportunity to probe the conditions that were in place at cosmic noon." What's more is that in the newly released James Webb Space Telescope images, the the forming stars can be seen pulling in ribbon-like gas and dust from a surrounding molecular cloud has opened new avenues for research, as co-investigator Guido De Marchi, a space scientist and faculty member of the European Space Agency. In a statement, he pressed that, and since the Small Magellanic Cloud has a similar environment to that of galaxies during cosmic noon, it's possible that rocky planets could have formed earlier in history than we would have thought. With that said, what do you think about these new discoveries announced by the James Webb Space Telescope? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video, do press the like button and tap subscribe to stay notified and keep watching amazing videos about space telescopes, NASA news, and other space updates. See you in our next video.